Humanoids! What is up? We're going to talk about the Nyjah 3 and what everybody else is getting wrong on the internet right now. Even Nike.com has the information listed incorrectly because Nyjah went back and retooled his shoe, apparently without marketing knowing. So we got this GR box, the purple Nyjah box right here. Here is your white, black, summit white coloration in a size 9. And yeah, you get your purple box. First thing we're going to talk about, let me move this, is the fly plate technology. That's what Nike's telling people from their website that this shoe has, that's supposed to be a midsole plate or shank plate that is designed for skateboarding in mind and designed for impact, etc., etc. That was originally in this shoe, but as of now, the retooled version has Zoom Air, and you can see the Zoom Air heel pod right here. So scrolling through Instagram and scrolling online, I find a lot about the Nyjah 3, but what I find is mostly wrong. This shoe was supposed to release, I think, for fall this year. So actually that is in August, because the fall delivery comes actually before fall. So this was supposed to release back in August, but Nyjah, after skating in samples, wanted to retool the shoe because that mid fly plate made the shoe too stiff for how he skated. So he pulled that out. We ended up with this Zoom Air bag right here. So there is a Zoom Air, just like in your Dunk Low or your Dunk High. When you pull the insole out, there's a Zoom Air bag on that insole. Well, this is built into the midsole. So what that's going to do is if the shoe has the airbag built into the midsole, the cushioning is going to be lower. So you're able to get lower into your shoe with more board feel, but still have that impact resistance of the Zoom Air heel pod. So that's pretty cool. You know Nyjah is jumping down a lot of stuff, so he wants that impact support, but he also wants something that's very low to the ground and has a lot of board feel. And that is this shoe. So anybody who's accustomed to skating in a Nyjah shoe, any fans of the Nyjah shoe, will definitely feel very comfortable in this familiar silhouette. This seems very Nyjah. It doesn't look hugely different than anything else he's released, but it does look new and innovative. It is a new evolution of his shoe, the Nyjah 2. So the Nyjah 3 might be my favorite of all 3 of his shoes. It is super lightweight, and back when we were ordering this shoe, just seeing images of it through Zoom calls, etc., I liked it, but having it in hand, it looks a lot better in person. So hopefully you guys get to go by your local shop and pick this thing up so you can feel how light it is and how it just looks really sleek, and you know it's going to look good on foot. So if you look at this toe box here, you got a ton of perforations throughout the whole upper of the shoe, and that's all ventilation. So that's pretty sick. Of course, you got your printed branding on the side right there, and all this toe box is also textured. So hopefully for ollies and like any sort of flick tricks you're gonna try in this shoe, even the side panel is textured. So you don't have the suede because this is made of like all synthetic materials, which is kind of cool. You don't have that suede grip, but you do have like a kind of a grippy texture added to the synthetic materials, which is pretty sick. I like that. You got your typical laces up here, and there are no hidden lace loops, but I feel like if you pop your laces, it's not going to make that much of a difference because just like every other Nyjah shoe, this is built like a sock or like a bootie that you like put on your foot. It is hard to get on at first, for me anyway. So maybe go up a half size. That's just a recommendation. I don't know if you have to. So if you can get into your local shop and try them on, I would probably go up a half size just for some breathing room too, because this material is not very forgiving. It is a very molded material. So here are your pull tabs with Nyjah branding on it. You've got one on the tongue and then one on the heel. And you can actually use both of those to help you get that on your foot. So if you pull it apart like that, it does help you get it on your foot. This little rubber heel cup is kind of taken from running. It's taken from the Nike Presto. I like it when shoes have this like stabilizing cup on the heel, because it just helps you from like blowing out of the side of your shoe. Like if you're coming down and you have an impact like that, your heel doesn't roll over the sole and maybe roll your ankle. So this little cup right here will help prevent those ankle rolls and just give you more stability, especially if you lace it tight with this. It is looped into the lacing options here, so you can lace that tight around the ankle, and that's just going to give you a lot of stability. Might not look as cool, but it'll give you the stability you need. So this is your toe down, so you can see it's a little bit more pointy shoe. That'll give you a lot of like I feel like pointier shoes give you better flick. I hate that term, but tray flips sometimes easier with a pointier shoe and a pointier tail on your board. Is that just me? Probably. I really love the sole of this shoe. As you can see, this material right here, the rubber looks really grippy. It looks like it almost has little teeth built into it. So you know that's going to grip your grip tape really well. But what I really like about this is that it reminds me of a Dunk, a Nike SB Dunk with the exposed EVA, but you see it throughout this whole sole where it's cut out to expose the EVA midsole. That to me is really sick because the rubber is a lot heavier than EVA foam. So with those little cutaways, you're cutting out weight with every little honeycomb on this shoe. And it's just showing the traction right there and the midsole through all those little honeycombs, which I think is pretty sick. Again, we go back to your midsole with your Zoom airbag. You can kind of see it here too, where it says Air Zoom. I believe, and don't quote me on this, but I believe when we first saw samples of this shoe, it said fly plate right there. That is no longer in the shoe, despite all the marketing that you're seeing right now online. Nyjah took it out. So we're back to Zoom Air, tried and true, just like your Dunks. If you're used to skating in Dunks, that's the same technology in this shoe. On the insole, you see your Zoom Air or Air Zoom branding there and your Nike SB branding there. So this insole is a lot thinner than you would see on a Dunk because it doesn't have the pour-on forefoot. It doesn't have the Zoom Air here because the Zoom Air is built into the midsole of the shoe. And like I said before, that's just going to lower you into the shoe, give you more board feel, but still build that impact support into the midsole of the shoe. So yeah, I think this looks pretty cool. What do you guys think of the Nyjah 3? I think if you're a fan of Nyjah's shoes, this is probably the best evolution of that shoe. So yeah, there you go. That's the Nyjah 3. These are 110. They release either 11/30 or 12/1/22. So this year, in just a couple of weeks, we'll see this shoe hit the market. And yeah, you can get them at Blue Tile. If you have any more questions about the Nyjah 3, please ask in the comments below. I also always do like a fit guide for Nikes. Well, not always, but I think I'm going to ask everyone on the community tab of my page how these things fit. True to size, a little tight, a little big, etc., etc. So if you have a pair of Nyjah 3s, tell people out there in the world how they fit. And if you're just curious, go check it out on my community page. And yeah, maybe that'll help you out. All right, one more thing before I head out. We do have some orange label Dunks in the store. So if you have any questions or you're looking for a particular size of this Sweet Beat Dunk High, give the shop a call at 803-376-1880 or hit us up on Instagram, BlueTileSC on Instagram. We can answer your questions about these shoes. I think that's it, guys. I'm going to wrap it up. Tell me what you think of the Nyjah 3. Tell me what you think of the Sweet Beat Dunk Highs. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Do all those things. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, do so. Ring the bell, whatever. I'm out. All the best. Wait, is that? No, I can't do that. Love Blue Tile.